What's happening, everybody? Solar Panel Pat from Solar Standard here. Today we're going to talk about some things, what I wish I knew before going solar. Now, a lot more people today are looking into solar for their homes. And it is not because people are feeling really good about doing something good for the world, unfortunately. It's because they're hurting. It's because they're pissed off. And why are they pissed off? They're pissed off because their electric bills cost a lot. Like a lot of things in our life, everything costs more money. I don't know about you. I'm not making a whole bunch more money, but everything costs more. So people are looking for a solution to that, right? I have customers that 2 years ago, their electric bill was $150 and today it's $280. Well, people are willing to make a move, or people are willing to make a decision to avoid painful situations. And that's a pretty painful situation. So today we're going to walk through 5 things to consider, 5 things to educate yourself on before you sit down with a solar company or before you decide to put solar on your house. So the first thing that you want to consider before you talk to a solar company or before you put solar on your house is considering your energy needs. How many solar panels you need on your home is based on how much power you use. So you want to make sure the company that you're talking with is clearly figuring out exactly either how much power you've used in the last 12 months, or if it's a new house for you, that they're using a load calculator or something similar to that to figure out what your power needs are going to be. Because the problem is if you put a solar system on your house that is more panels than you need, common misconception like, cool, I'll overproduce power, I'll sell power to the utility company. That's not how it works. What's going to happen is you're going to buy panels that you don't need. You're going to produce extra power. At the end of the year, yes, the power company is going to buy it from you, but they're going to buy it at a wholesale rate. It'll actually hurt your financial return instead of helping it. That is why we sit down with every homeowner. We analyze their electric usage. We talk about any changes they might make. Like, hey, are you installing a hot tub in the next year or a pool? Or are you a psycho like me and you have a cold tub in your backyard that keeps water cold all year long? But if you're going to change anything in your life, we want to make sure that we're getting ready for that ahead of time. All right, next thing you want to consider is the best way to financially approach this situation for you. And everybody's different, okay? Now, to start off, there's really 2 ways you can go solar. You can purchase a solar system with your own money or financed, or you can do a lease or a power purchase agreement. Let's take that one aside. Let's assume we're talking purchase. Now, at this point, you can either buy solar with your own money or go get your own financing, or most solar companies are going to offer financing in-house. Now, one thing to understand, this isn't like a car dealership, right? If you go to a car dealership with a suitcase full of money, you're like, I'm ready to pay cash. They don't want you to do that because they make money on financing. Now, solar companies don't make money when you finance, but money costs money, okay? So if you go to your bank today to get an unsecured loan, let's say you're getting your kitchen remodeled, at today's market value, that loan's going to be 8 or 9%. Now, if solar companies are offering lower rates, there's a fee baked in. There's a fee to buy that rate down. So what you want to do before you meet with a solar company is you want to figure out, first off, is purchasing the best avenue, or is leasing and power purchase agreement the best avenue? And then once you've known that, if purchase is the best route, which it was for me and my family, it was, is it smartest to use my own money and figure out how long the return on that money is going to be and my overall return over time? Or is it smarter to just reallocate the budget that I have with the electric company and use that money to pay for solar, which is what most homeowners do. But these are things that you want to consider and you really want to talk to your consultant about. And if they don't have the ability to have the sophisticated money talk, you're probably talking to the wrong solar company. A big pet peeve of mine is these solar bros that go out there. They can't even talk about this stuff. They don't understand money. They probably don't own a home. They probably don't pay taxes. So consider these things before figuring out how you want to purchase solar. Number 3, you want to consider who and how you're picking your partner for your solar journey, and truly view this as a partnership. Not all solar companies view it this way. That's how we look at it. You know, we look at it as you're going to be a part of the Solar Standard family, right? But when you're picking a partner for your solar journey, there's things to consider. What kind of equipment are they using? What kind of service are they known for? Are they going to be around if I have an issue? What do their reviews look like? Now, these are things that we really hang our hat on. In my experience, a lot of people will sign up to go solar, and let's say solar install is 3 months away. Most solar companies will disappear, and the homeowner has no idea what's going on, and they don't know the solar company's, submitting permits or, submitting paperwork to the utility company, whatever it may be. And then 3 months, 4 months later, they get a call from the solar company. Hey, we're ready to install your solar. Like, dude, I didn't even know you were still doing that. I had no idea what was going on. So what we do is, we do a welcome call right from the beginning. Hey, welcome to the Solar Standard family. We appreciate you trusting us for your project. And then we assign you a project manager, and that project manager will reach out to you every single week, and they'll give you an update on what's happening with your project. And in the beginning, those updates are, hey, your site survey went great. Your project is going into engineering. Hey, engineering's complete. We're applying for permits. Hey, we just got the permits back. Next, we're going to submit paperwork to the utility company. And then there's going to be a little holding period because these utility companies do not move very quickly. And you're going to get a whole bunch of, hey, we're waiting on the utility company. How's your dog? Now, what we want is we just want you to know everything that's going on and that we're on top of it, right? And then another thing is when you're looking at reviews, find out what unbiased people are saying, right? Whoever you meet with, they're obviously going to tell you, we're the best. They're going to tell you all of the good things. But you can look at our reviews. My favorite review that we have on Google, a customer of ours, talked about, hey, every time I call Solar Standard, it's like calling family. That's what I want. Like I want to, I make a joke with clients. If I help you go solar, we're getting married for 25 years today. Just don't tell my wife. Right now, that's a joke, but there's truth there. Like I want to stay connected. If 5 years from now you have an issue, I want to help you with it. If 10 years from now you're selling your house, I'll meet with your real estate agent to make sure it goes well. So those are things to look out for when you're picking a solar partner. Number 4, maintenance and the lifespan of the solar system that you're putting on your house. Now, companies can choose different equipment to put on your house. They can use cheaper equipment, which is going to show you a cheaper price. If you don't understand the difference and all you see is the bottom dollar and you see, oh, well, they cost this much and, you're this much more. I'm going to go with the cheaper option. Well, what is that cheaper option and what is that cost going to be in the future? We choose to use a little bit better products. Why? Because we want to still make sure you're really happy 10 years from today. Our systems are warranted for 25 years. We use a really high-grade, high-efficiency panel that lasts a really long time, and even 25 years from today is still producing 92% of what it was day one, which is not really normal for the industry. That's quite a bit better than average. So you want to have a clear understanding of what is covered, what happens if you have an issue a year from now. Is a roof leak covered? Because we warranty roofs when we put solar on them. So make sure you're taking the time to look at what these things are and ask these questions. Last thing to consider, batteries. Some people we meet with they assume they need batteries. Other people we talk to, they kind of understand how it works. They know they don't want batteries, or they know how it works and they know they want a battery. So it's important to understand why would you need a battery and how a battery is used, how we send power, how we receive power, where does the power go. So first and foremost, one of the nice things about our state in Pennsylvania is all the major utility companies, they have what's called net metering, right? Nobody's home at my house right now. My solar panels are pumping energy. Nobody's home to use it. So my meter is just spinning backwards, crediting me power, and I can draw that power back at night or in future months. So I don't need a battery to store my power. I can send it to the grid. I can draw it back at no charge. Now, the only reason I would want a battery in Pennsylvania, that's a security decision. I won't save any more money by having a battery. But if the power goes out and you don't have a battery, the solar shuts off. And that's for safety reasons. Because you're sending and receiving power to the grid, if the grid was down and they had workers out there working on the lines, if your solar panels were producing energy and dumping energy into the grid, it would kill them. So the solar has to shut off. Now, the only workaround is install a battery on your house. Now, batteries are a little bit more expensive than, say, a generator. Now, I opted to put a battery on my house. There's a couple reasons for that. A, I don't have to have anybody come maintain the battery. Like if I had a generator, I'd have to have someone come out and service it every year. I don't have to pay for any gas or fuel to run it. Okay. Also, for me, there was a cool factor. I've got a battery in my house. I like to show people that. All right. So make sure you understand if you actually need a battery Unless you're worried about power outages, you probably don't. When people bring up batteries, one of the first questions we ask is, do you lose power a lot? And if the answer is no, we'll usually suggest don't install a battery. If they say yes, okay, we'll have that discussion. Or actually, oddly enough, we'll get customers that'll ask us about batteries and they already have a whole house generator. There's literally no reason for you to buy this battery from us. These are the people that sell the batteries telling you you don't need a battery. Okay, so this is kind of more of a personalized decision, house to house. Now, this changes in different states because other states, they don't have the ability to send and receive power. For instance, California, they can't send and receive power, so they all have to get batteries. And that may come here at some point, but for now, we can send and receive it. Thank you for watching the video. Smash that like button, share it, comment any other future videos you'd like to hear about.